All right, everybody. It's Brink of Sanity, episode 35. I'm Jay.
This is Matt.
How you doing, Matt? Awesome. Got a big show today. A lot of stuff going on. We got a contest I'm going to announce at the end of the show, and then me and Matt got some more fucked up college stories and a bunch of other shit we're going to go over.
That's right.
So, yeah, it should be a good show. Stay tuned.
Gonna rub my titties.
The whole show?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I was like, they're going to get a little chafy if you do that.
Just till they crust and bleed.
Oh, fuck. That's some intense shit. On that note, I guess we'll get started. I'm actually still in the process of getting hired. I know I said I was getting hired about 4 months ago, but apparently they're still doing the paperwork and shit. So they asked me today for an updated resume. I've been at the company for 3 years. What the fuck do you think is on the resume?
That is completely dog shit.
Yeah, it's like, well, take the old resume and it's the same because I've been here the whole time. What the fuck do you think is on there?
They probably just don't want to fire you. But they don't know if they want you full time.
Well, apparently I got approved. They just have to put together like a a package with how much they're gonna pay me and all that shit. They should do that soon though. I haven't been to a doctor in 4 years. Would be nice.
Oh, jeez.
Be better than having an anxiety attack every time I sneeze. You have benefits?
Yeah, my benefits aren't that great though at the bank. We've got a choice of one of two health plans. So, I mean, it's better than nothing, you know. I can go see the doctor, but I gotta pay for portions of this, that, but I don't know, it's better than nothing.
It's like a $49 deductible, so like they take care of that last buck when you go visit the doctor.
I've got like the HMO $1,000 plan where the bank covers the first $500. Then I gotta pay the second $500, and then after that, the health insurance pays for it.
That's not too bad.
So it's not that bad as long as I don't go over $500. But anything in the medical field, $500 can go real quick.
Well, if you go over $500, then just go fucking berserk.
Yeah, just start breaking shit on purpose.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, get over that 1,000 mark, fucking go nuts.
Start breaking shit.
Fucking thrash around, go in mosh pits. Fucking go in destruction derbies with no seatbelt.
The mosh pit, I'll last all of 10 seconds.
About 8.5 longer than I blast.
All 145 pounds of me.
Jesus. You gotta fucking eat some beef.
I know, I'm a skinny bastard ever since I had to stop lifting weights. Most I ever weighed was 158.5.
That's fucking huge, man.
I was at that point.
I just started going to the gym a couple weeks ago.
Shit, man, that's an extra 13 pounds. That's a lot of beef on a skinny frame.
No, that's true.
13 pounds is a lot of beef.
Big beef. My mom was working today, and they had a scare. Apparently, some guy was running around a Walmart parking lot with a gun. So the cops ordered everyone to stay in the building until they took care of it. And then my mom got a call an hour and a half later saying it's okay to leave work now because they can't find him. And I'm like, well, that doesn't sound really safe. Just because you can't find a guy with a gun doesn't mean he's still not running around shooting shit up.
Right.
It's like a police force of ostriches. As soon as it's out of sight, it's okay. I don't know. It doesn't sound very safe to me. So, I don't know. I guess they left work, but I think I would have been a little nervous on the way home.
Yep, I think so. And I wouldn't be surprised if he was running around in his panties with a pistol.
His grandma's panties.
Granny panties.
They're like the size of normal pants.
No one likes granny panties.
No, they're probably the most unsexy thing you could possibly wear.
Absolutely disgusting. That's why people stop wanting to fuck.
Yeah, as soon as you put those on, it's over.
Fucking granny panties.
Threw in the towel.
Not only that, they're probably afraid someone's gonna have a heart attack.
Why don't they just make sexy panties for grandmas?
Because there ain't nothing you can do to make the wrinkle a sexy thing.
I don't know. It's still better than that. Freaking diapers they wear. It sort of looks like adult diapers. Well, maybe it is in most cases.
No one's touching a granny.
There was an interview with a porn star, and he was saying, like, you know, when you get older, it's harder to get work. So a lot of the older guys have to, like, you know, sleep with, like, older, like, really old women and shit like that to get work.
That's filthy.
Yeah, they said it fucking stinks, and most of them, like, never want to do it again.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
That is absolutely horrible.
Old stinky vagina.
You're gonna have to edit that out.
You don't want to continue our old stinky vagina segment?
New topic.
Yeah, new topic.
Girls are like, every girl listening would be like, I'm going to throw up.
I'm going to throw up in my mouth. Well, let's move on to...
That's why they're sluts when they're young. Good for them, because no one's going to want to touch that nasty thing with fucking 80.
Well, let's talk about young untapped vagina. There was that story that was in the news yesterday. Not yesterday, a couple days ago. You were telling me about it. That,
yeah.
22-year-old.
Yes, this crazy, I believe she's 22, from California, who decides that she's going to auction off her virginity. Although she realizes it won't solve all her problems, she thinks it'll create some financial stability in her life. So, you know, good for her. She waits to 22. I don't know why. They really didn't.
I'm looking up her picture right now. She's pretty good looking.
Yeah, they just showed a face shot. You know, I mean, she could be carrying around like, you know, a 100-pound dumper.
That's true.
You don't know.
Yeah, no, that is true.
In any event, I think her sister works at the Bunny Ranch, and so she's going to have family in the business when she auctions herself off. But she's absolutely crazy to think that a guy is going... She's hoping that a guy will bid $1 million to tap that ass. And I'm thinking, okay, why on earth would he give you $1 million to do that when he could probably hump like, you know, 100,000 sluts? It just doesn't make sense.
Well, plus, most people in their versions really suck anyway, so it's not like it's going to be a lot of fun. She's not going to know what she's doing unless she has an extensive porn collection and has been taking notes.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to enjoy herself.
No, she's definitely not going to have fun. And if she's getting $1 million, that guy is going to want to dip into multiple holes.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a fucking 3-part course played a few times.
She's not going to want to have sex for another 22 years.
Yeah. I wonder if that's... She's going to have to declare that as income, though.
That's true. She's going to have to, like, I guess make some rules and stuff. I mean, are we talking, like, once or, like, one whole day?
I think it's probably for a set period of time.
Because if it's just once, I mean, she's not going to get that much money.
No, I think it's just for a set period of time. Is normally how they work, I think, at that place. I saw a documentary on HBO, and it's
a documentary on auctioning off your vagina?
No, just on the sluts at the Bunny Ranch. And basically they get applications from girls from all over the world, you know, who, I don't know, want to make an easy buck, because these girls charge like typically I think they get $1,000 an hour.
Holy
And
Christ.
anything goes in the hour, and they get $1,000. So, they don't need to find too many clients per week to make a nice, healthy financial living.
Dude, you have one a week, you make as much as I do.
Yeah, but they what they do is they rent out the room at the brothel, so they pay the owner. It's basically like they pay rent to work there, and I'm sure part of their income. Oh, they don't get the whole $1,000. A portion of it goes to the ranch, and they get whatever. But
That's fucked
yep,
up.
she's dreaming. What she thinks she is? So $1 million.
Well, I don't know. The only two pictures on here are like professional pictures that are like Photoshop. Not Photoshop, like airbrushed and shit. Okay, yeah, I
Horrible.
just found one that wasn't airbrushed and shit, and it's not that good. She's not gonna get $1 million. Well, who
I don't know.
knows? I mean, I don't know.
This is why nice girls hate sluts, because sluts get paid. Nice girls don't get paid. Sluts get paid. Guys can't do this. As I don't see why, being men, we could never get paid like women do.
Oh, never.
It,
Not unless you're like Brad Pitt or some shit like that.
it's completely dog shit.
So what if the winning guy just has like AIDS, herpes, and gonorrhea?
Then she'll be taking
Wouldn't that be funny? A guy just like, well, I won. Fucking here we go.
ground pound. It's tool time. Pay up, bitch.
All right. Well, he sucks. Anyway.
Yeah, she's a whore. I hope she chokes.
Well, somebody's definitely gonna make her choke if she wants that much money.
Aggravating. And the whole thing with months ago with Spitzer, one of the prostitutes he was sleeping around with, she was offered, I believe, $1 million deal by Penthouse to show her bug. I'm thinking, dude, she'll sleep with you for $8,000. You offered her $1 million just to take a picture of it?
Yeah, seriously.
What the fuck?
A lot lower than that.
What the fuck? It's not like you're trying to make a business deal with the girl. I mean, holy cow, $1 million just to take a picture? I mean, those guys holding the cameras are gonna be putting them down and like, okay, we helped you out with the $1 million deal. Let's say we work this out a little bit. Show us why you get $8,000.
They're probably gonna pretend that the pictures didn't take and take like 30 extra ones and sell all of those on eBay.
They're probably just gonna do her.
Yeah, well.
Why not? She'd probably be so happy after like signing a $1 million deal. She'll probably do the whole damn camera crew. It'll be like Penthouse orgy. Take one. That's just crazy, though. It's like, what the fuck did I go to college for? These girls,
Seriously.
sluts, become millionaires from being a freaking slut.
And I'm paying off my college loans till I'm like 40.
50. It would never happen to a guy. You always hear about, the president having an affair. If Hillary Clinton made it into the White House and like, met me at Chili's and rode me, I'd be like, disgusting, but maybe now I can maybe now I can write a book and be rich. And then I'd think about it and say, no, that shit would never work, because people are only interested in like women sluts. Everyone knows that guys are pigs. No one wants to hear about some guy being a pig, because people just know that all guys are pigs. No one would offer you a book deal. Playgirl's not gonna come to me and say, "Show me your hog for $1 million," when I know damn well you'd probably show it to me for $100. It's, you know,
Buy
just
me some Taco Bell. I'm good.
it just wouldn't work. Guys would not have the same luck if they tapped a female president. Nope.
Probably true. Hopefully we won't be having one soon. Because Palin is a friggin' idiot. No, I'm kind of nervous about that.
Don't vote for the fucking old man.
Yeah, he's not going to make it past his term, so I don't know.
I don't think they have that great a chance to win anyhow. I think most people, when they see the word Republican, they're gonna go the other way no matter whose name is on it.
I hope so. It's disturbingly close right now.
I don't think so. I think that's all shenanigans.
Could be.
I think it's bullshit. People can probably print whatever they want. What are they basing it off of?
Well, they do surveys, but the thing is, the surveys they do are phone calls during the day and only to landlines.
It's bullshit.
So, I mean, the people who are home during the day and have landlines are, like housewives and old people. So those are more Republican-type people anyway.
Yeah, so for my comedy show, I was going to use some of those jokes, would basically say
when and where is your comedy show?
Well, they changed it. It used to be at Jimbo's in Braintree, Mass., but they changed it. It's now at the Weymouth Elks.
All right.
On Friday, the 26th at 8. So if anyone from Long Island wants to come down.
Or Massachusetts is much closer. Any of our Massachusetts listeners?
Yes. Yep. Weymouth Elks. 8 o'clock. Go there. Show. Try to start promptly at 8:30. It's probably going to be my last show through this woman because she's a psycho.
Why is that?
Because there is a story that she allegedly is on camera at Filene's basement cutting off security tags off clothes.
And is that like...
Well, I don't care. I don't care that she did that, but Jimbo's, I think, didn't want her to do the comedy show there anymore because of that. Not only that, she's a wacko. She annoys the audience to like no end to have them fill out these cards with their name and information so she can harass them about every comedy show that she's doing. If there's a line of 10 people to come in, it'll take her at least probably 5 minutes per transaction because she's whacked out on like booze, prescription drugs, and God knows what else.
But how does that affect your show? Like, she's the one who
my
gets
show
you in there, or like?
Well, for this show that I'm doing coming up, she must have called me at least 4 fucking times. At least 4 times in the past like 10 days. How many people are you bringing? How many people are you bringing? The show's gonna be moved. Blah 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 blah. It's like, listen, you're not paying me to do this. You're fucking annoying. Cut it out.
Unnecessary drama.
Not only that, she's not a good business, running comedian. I mean, I know starting comics, they don't get paid dick, and they should be happy just to have the airtime to be able to tell people some fucking jokes. But my sister is also in the lineup, and because she knows a lot of people, one of her prior shows, she brought between 30 and 40 people, which is huge. And if these people coming are paying $15 to $20 a whack, and she doesn't offer my sister a fucking thing for bringing all those people, there's something wrong. I mean, what she should really do so that she's not aggravating the audience and everyone else is pass out cards, and for each 10, if a comic brings 10 people or more, they'll get 10% of, the proceeds of the people that they brought. So if it's $20 a whack and they brought 10 people, that's $200, the comedian would make $20.
Mm-hmm.
which is much better than like anything else going on. It'd pay for him to have a couple drinks and you know, a gallon of fucking gas. And you know, but she doesn't think of that. So I don't know. If I were to run it, it'd probably be much better. And the fans don't like it either. I hear a lot of talk from people that go watch these comics and they say, you know, don't look at this woman, get away. As soon as the show's over and she gets on the little stage to try to get people to fill out these cards again and stuff, everyone just runs for the door.
Yeah, that's too much. People aren't gonna keep going back to shows like that.
Exactly. Not only that, it's a local show. Who the fuck wants to pay $20 to go see local comics? Especially when you don't have like a good named headliner. It's just not going to happen. Granted, you've got a point that you don't have to deal with driving into Boston and pay for Boston parking. But guess what? When people go to Boston, that's what they expect to pay.
Yeah.
You know, they don't expect to pay that locally, even if you are saving them the trip and gas money and whatever. You know, it's like you need to get a better headliner. And the bottom line is she's just, I think, cheap and completely whacked out and annoying. If I didn't already have people coming to the show, I'd probably tell her off on the phone because she keeps calling me.
Tell her off during your set.
She'd be like, fuck you. You're a fucking wacko.
Like, who else is annoyed by this bitch? The whole crowd cheers.
Oh, she'd be so pissed, dude. I'd have to leave right after that. I couldn't stick around. She'd be on my ass like flies to shit. Let me talk. She'd be like, let me talk to you, and like pull me aside as if I was like got in trouble in class, and you know, the whole nine. I'd have to flee. I'd have to flee, and it'd be hilarious.
That would be fucking hilarious, dude. Maybe you should. Maybe you should try and fight you on stage.
I'd be like, I'd be like, can you guys believe this woman? Why the fuck is she charging you $20 a head for this?
That's what you do, man. You start a fight with her on stage, have somebody in the crowd filming it, and then you post it up on YouTube.
My sister is going to film it.
There you go. So just fucking egg her on until there's a huge fight. That'll be the next viral sensation on YouTube.
Yeah, that'll be funny.
I think that'll be fucking hilarious, especially if she runs up there and tries to smack you.
Yo, she'd be pissed, dude. She'd definitely do something. I don't know what, but I don't know if I want to ruin the show by doing that because there's got new people coming to see me, and
That's not ruining. That's making it awesome.
yeah, I just completely shit on this woman.
You just made it a million times better.
Like, you just took us to the Weymouth Elks, and you're making these people pay $20 to see me?
Just be like a round of applause. Who's annoyed by this bitch? Did she make you fill out those stupid cards? When everyone starts cheering, she'll get all pissed off.
Yeah. You see the woman left some extra TP on your tables in case there's none left in the bathroom.
So the garbage is over there to the left.
You can wipe your butt with it. Yeah, so the whole... I normally don't say anything political, but I was going to say that whole thing about the sluts and how they can make money. And basically, where Hillary went wrong, she could have been the Democratic nominee if she had only said to her followers, especially to the women followers, directly, saying, you know, if you support me and want me to get in the White House, I need you to firmly stand with me, turn to your man, and say, you know what? No more pussy till Hillary's in the White House. And then, you know, she would definitely, I mean, talk about swinging a vote.
Yeah.
If every woman in the United States who was a fan of Hillary turned to their boyfriend, husband, whatever, and said, you ain't getting no more play until she's in the White House, she would have been in the White House today.
She definitely would have.
Today. Bush would have been impeached. We would have had the voting sooner. Hillary would have been fucking right up to the top. But I don't know why she didn't say that. If she knew she was going to lose anyways, she should have just said that because, you know, guys are known to do just about anything to get laid, Just telling a guy to vote a certain way probably doesn't make a difference, especially since it's not for Bush. I don't know who the just crazy. So I don't know. I need to work on that so that the delivery is funny, but I think the subject's funny.
It's got potential.
I need to work on the delivery.
Yeah, you can work that into a little bit.
Yeah, I wouldn't stay on it for long, just real quick.
Yeah.
Just because the election's coming up, so I'd be like, oh, the election's coming up. Hillary could have been president. Unfortunately, she didn't tell her women fans to stop fucking their husbands until she got in the White House. She would have won. I think she would have won hands down.
That probably would have definitely swayed a lot of voters.
I think so.
What else we got?
Brownies.
We do have brownies. Well, we don't have brownies now. I wish we had brownies now.
Yeah, fuck that.
It's one of the funny stories we left out of last time you were on. We were going over a bunch of old college stories, a bunch of our stupid antics. What was the last one? I think you were on episode 29. Talking about
I don't know.
all our drinking and clubbing adventures, which pretty fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
But we left out the brownie story, so maybe we should cover that one today.
Yep, it was basically a nightmare.
Yeah, it sounded like a great idea. I mean, you got brownies. You got stuff to put in brownies. Sounds like the start of a good night, right?
Like a quarter worth of grass.
It was actually your fault.
Why was it my fault?
Well, here's the thing. There was 3 of us, and I made the brownies, and I put in an 1/8, and I'm about to put it in the oven, and you're like, no, dude, that's way too little. You got to at least double that shit. Fucking biggest mistake. I don't know why I ever listened to you.
Oh,
that was way too much. That wasn't even close to the right amount.
No, probably not. We didn't do it right anyhow. I think there was a better way. I saw someone make them that knew what he was doing. Kind of like one of those, like a strainer. You put you put the stuff on top of like a strainer and whatever, so you don't actually get. So basically, I don't know. You just get the juices or whatever, and not like the stems, the leaves, and all that other shit.
We just poured it in the batter.
You just fucking dump the whole fucking shit in.
Yeah, I don't know. I had a roommate who tried to do that. He cooked it in a frying pan or some shit. But it just killed all the potency. It was just like a normal brownie.
Huh.
So that wasn't good. But pouring it in the batter, it may have been a little weird to eat with all the shrubbery in there, but it definitely worked.
Yeah, it definitely worked. And we had this genius idea at about between 9 and 10 o'clock at night. By the time it took to, cook them and whatever, I don't think we ate them until close to 11, maybe 10:30, 11.
Oh, it was that late?
Yeah, it was pretty late, and then...
Good thing we did it on a Friday or a Saturday. We definitely did it on a weekend.
I remember we were laughing and thought we were having fun.
For about 45 minutes.
Well, I remember it being 1 in the morning, and we were pretty fucked up. And I don't know if it was crappy out or snowing out. I think it was just crappy out anyhow. I wasn't going to crash at your place. I think I took a cab back to my place. And, I'm all whacked out, messed up. I'm like, okay, I'm pretty fucked up. I'm gonna go to sleep, and normally, uh, every other point in my life that I've gone to bed fucked up like that, you might wake up with a hangover or whatever, but essentially you're probably gonna be not as fucked up. But
We had three different adventures because the other guy who was there, he was like quiet while we were laughing our ass off for like 45 minutes straight, and he was all quiet, and then he just got up and went into his room and shut the door,
yeah, I think he was freaking out.
and that was the last we saw of him. For me, that was I lived with him, and that was the last I saw of him for 36 hours. I don't know what the fuck he did in there. He just had like a friggin'
He had to have come out to use the bathroom and eat food.
well, if he did, it wasn't while I was conscious because I didn't see him for a day and a half. And after you left, I was sitting in the living room in a chair, and I had fun for like another 10 minutes, and then it got to the point where it was just like way too much. Like it was beyond fun, and I was like, all right, I should do something, but like I was too messed up to like watch TV. I was too messed up to to like go pick out a song to listen to. I was like too messed up to sleep, so I just like sat there for like an hour, and then I think I crawled into my room and like laid there for a few hours before yeah, I don't think I fell asleep until like 5 in the morning. I was just like staring at the ceiling, laying in bed.
That's too bad. He must have been completely fucked up. I don't have any recollection of doing anything when I got back to my apartment except going to sleep. And then, for whatever reason, I was like sprung out of a dream or whatever at 8 in the morning, and as soon as I open my eyes and look at the ceiling, I say out loud, "Oh fuck!" I was probably twice as fucked up when I woke up in the morning than I was
Yeah,
before I went to sleep.
we had a
It,
problem.
I was so fucked up that I like felt, like sick fucked up. I couldn't even walk right. I like stumbled into the bathroom, and as I'm looking at myself in the mirror, my fucking legs are shaking. Okay, that's how fucked up I was. I'm looking at the mirror, and I'm like sticking my tongue out, and I'm like, is my throat closing up? I was so fucked up. I picked up the phone in the apartment, had it in my hand, and was like seconds away from calling my house and saying like, take me to the hospital. I am fucked beyond belief. I
That
had the
wouldn't went
phone.
over well.
No, it wouldn't have. But I was like, I was like shaking. I was so fucked up, and I'm like, this is not healthy. And then of course I'm getting paranoid, thinking that like my throat's closing up. So I'm like, I need help.
You remember
I
calling
need
me,
help.
right?
Oh yeah, I called you because I wanted to see if I was the only one that fucked up.
It was
I
like
think it was.
11 in the morning, and I'm laying in bed, and I couldn't move still. I didn't even try and get up. And you call, and I'm like, hey. You're like, are you still fucked up? I was like, yeah. You're like, yeah, me too. Bye. You just like hung up.
Oh, the worst part is I was going home that day. I think my dad picked me up probably at like 2,
Oh,
and
no.
oh, it was horrible. Between around like mid-afternoon, he picked me up, and I was bringing laundry home to do some laundry and whatever. I don't think we had school Monday. Um, and it was like the hardest thing to try to have it to be normal. I had like my hat on, I had my sunglasses on. I'm trying not to say much. I'm in the. It took me. I didn't, and then I went to the movies with my sister that night. I didn't feel normal till like a good 24 hours afterwards. I just started to feel normal like the next night at like the same time that we took them.
Yeah,
It
I
was
don't,
brutal.
I don't know how you function in front of your parents, because I remember I got up that afternoon at 1 in the afternoon, and I made like a peanut butter sandwich and ate it. And for some reason, that took like an hour. And then I just went back to bed, and I literally slept until the next day. I slept for like 18 hours. And I
That's
don't
what.
think I woke up once.
That's probably what I should have done. I probably should have just eaten some food and then taken 2 shots of NyQuil and fucking slept it off.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I woke up the next day and I was like barely functioning.
Oh, it was horrible. I think I tried like half a brownie or a bite of one a time after that, and very little. And even just like the slightest kick of it, I was like, oh shit, I can't eat anymore, not like ever again, because it just freaked me out. It took me back to when we just like were just completely zonked. It was not a good thing.
It was all your fault, man. I was
No,
fine with an eighth.
that wasn't my fault.
That other kid was so fucked up. Like, not just that night, like all the time. I think he
Huh?
was schizophrenic. You lived in that apartment with him, right?
What apartment?
The apartment in Boston that we had the brownies in. Was he living there when you were living there?
When I don't think so.
You're so fucking lucky. Friggin'
No, he
maniac.
definitely didn't because the German girl was there.
Oh, right, right, right.
Which she would like sleep during the day, I think in a sleeping bag, and when she would sleep, she'd like pull the thing over her head. So I'd come back from school or whatever in the daytime, and I'd think she was gone, and I'd be like getting changed or whatever.
Like
Then all
watching
of a sudden,
porn, whacking off.
no,
It was like for everybody who doesn't know. Well, everyone doesn't know. It was like a big room, but there was like sliding doors separating them. So, but it was like literally like one big room. We rented out like the small partition of it to like these two German girls. So Matt, I guess, would come home and start whacking off the porn, and the poor girl sleeping in a sleeping bag.
No, I wouldn't be watching porn. I'd be trying to get changed or doing something, and I forget her name. Her roommate or friend was Tony, or maybe her name was
Her
Tony.
name was Tony.
Tony, come have a shot with us, Tony. Is what her friend used to say. I don't know why she'd say it like that, but it made me want to choke her.
She was German.
Tony, come have a shot with us, Tony. I was like, you motherfucker, shut up.
That was Clara. And they wouldn't wear shoes, and they would walk down like the dirty sidewalk. Freaked me out.
Huh. Why wouldn't they wear shoes?
I don't know. I guess that's what Germans do. I don't know. But the other kid, I think he was schizophrenic. He kept a pound puppy in his closet that he thought talked to him. And when he got really drunk, he would tell me this shit, and it like really creeped me out. And one day we went into his closet when he wasn't home, and there was like a note like on the pound puppy saying like, "Don't touch my pound puppy. If you do, I'll harm you in horrible ways. I'm serious about this. This is my puppy," and blah blah blah.
And then what did Bry do?
Uh, we took him around the apartment and took pictures of us torturing the puppy in various ways. Um, you know, boiling it in water and stabbing it with a knife and using it as a pinata and a whole bunch of hilarious pictures. I should probably put some of those up on the website.
Is that what they fought about? Was because of the pound puppy?
No, 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 no. Bry, the old co-host, also lived in that apartment with that crazy schizophrenic kid, and he got really drunk one night, the crazy kid, and he told me that he had a crush on Bry's girlfriend, a creepy crush.
What do you mean a creepy crush?
Because he was just creepy about it. Like, he was in that shared room when the German girls weren't, and
Oh
Bry
yeah.
was in the other half. And, like, I think he was, like, listening and shit, when stuff was going on. We'll have to have Brian on again sometime to confirm this, but I'm pretty sure that's the kind of shit that would go on. And so he got drunk one day and he told me how, like, he's got the hots for her and all this shit. So at that point, whenever people said to me and Bri, like, don't tell the other guy, like, it wouldn't be 30 seconds before, the other person knew about it. Like, half the
Right.
time people would, like, I am Bri, and Bri would, like, is saying, don't tell Jay this, and then Bri would just call me in, and I'd, like, watch them as the I am came in, so I knew, like, instantly. But, so I told Bri about this, and, he's like, all right, I got an idea. I'm gonna, I think he's listening in my room, so I'm gonna stage a fight with her and have her say shit like about him, like about how she might like him too, and we'll stage a big fight. And
Huh.
so like he was, in his room, and we gotta have him on and confirm this, but I believe it was something like Bri said like, oh, you've been acting differently lately, and she said, well, I don't know, I have conflicting feelings, and I've been thinking about him a lot, and then they staged a fight, and she like, you know, started yelling and stuff, and then like they got quiet, and like I don't know what they did, but like he ran into my room, and he was wasted again, and he's like, you know, I just heard her saying she likes me, and he said like I always loved her, and like it was just like really really creepy. So Bry then goes home for the weekend, but the day before he leaves, he writes the kid a letter and says like, you know, uh, you think she liked you. She would never like a guy like you. We staged the whole thing. We wanted to see if you were a creep that listened at our door, and you were, and like, you suck and you're crazy, and like, all this shit. And he was the kid who always got the mail. So the letter came on like Saturday, and the kid got the letter, and he read it, and he snapped. He first he read the letter, and he slammed the door of his room and didn't come out for like 3 hours. And then he opened up his door and ran out of the apartment and didn't come back for like another 4 hours. And then he comes back like crawling into the apartment. He drank himself into like an oblivion. And he shut the door, and he didn't come out for like a whole day. So then Bry comes back Sunday, and that's when you were there. And that's when they started fighting.
It was the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, that was probably the funniest fight I've ever seen in my life.
Like, holy shit. We were standing in the kitchen, and the three of us, me, you, and Bry, were standing in the kitchen. I think Anthony comes home, walks, like, takes 2 steps in the door, sees Brian in the kitchen, and they both just stare at each other.
No.
And then
The kid was sitting in the living room watching TV, and Bry kept sticking his head in and going, "Hey, did you miss me? Hey, did you miss me?" And
Oh,
he like got up and like jumped over the chair and ran at Bry. That's when we instantly just started cracking up. Like we weren't even like concerned or anything. We're just like laughing our asses off.
it's like two kids wanting to kill each other, but they can't even choke each other. It was just hilarious. They both, I think, went for each other's neck.
Yeah, it was the weirdest fight. They both tried to choke each other. That's why we were laughing so hard. There was no
And
punches thrown.
neither one could choke the other one. It was the funniest thing
Yeah, they're
ever.
like frozen, and each of them has a hand around the other guy's neck.
They just stopped because they're like, neither one of us can choke the other one.
And they just stood like that for a minute or two. Well, we're just laughing our asses off.
Oh, I think that's probably why they stopped.
Yeah, they're like, this is getting to the point where it's embarrassing.
What was funny is when I took Anthony's whole pack of cigarettes and burned them on the fucking stove.
You burnt the wrong ends of the cigarette and put them all back in the pack.
And then I tried to pretend that, like, the stove did it.
Yeah. The stove took them out, burnt the wrong ends, and put them back in neatly.
Yeah, I think I actually used a lighter, and then I tried to make it seem like it was resting on the hot part of the stove.
I remember we were all fucked up and we were doing that. We were laughing constantly for the entire pack. He came out of his room like a half hour later. She's like, "What the fuck?"
He was pissed. He knew it was me.
Well, yeah, who else was it? I mean, you laughed the second his door opened.
It wasn't fair. He knew it was me.
Well, we tortured that kid on a regular basis. He was extremely paranoid, and I think he also like really flipped out if you called him gay. So there was this channel, Much Music, that we got up in Boston, and it's like an MTV that actually plays music, and they'll play whatever you request. And so he came home from work, and we told him, we're like, oh, come in here. We just requested a song for you. It's Backstreet Boys, Backstreet's Back, and we put your name on it, and it's gonna come up in a second. And he like flipped the fuck out. He's like, if you do, I swear to God, I'll sue you guys. I'll sue you guys. And he watched the channel for like 3.5 hours to make sure it didn't come on.
He was definitely he was definitely a paranoid kid.
Yeah, a little bit. He ran into my dorm room once freshman year, and he's like, Jay, I need a hat. I'm like, what? He's like, give me a hat, give me a hat. I was walking through the quad on campus, and this guy with a walkie-talkie was following me. And I was like, well, if a guy with a walkie-talkie was following you, thanks a lot for running into my room, you motherfucker. And I'm like, second of all, putting on a baseball cap's not going to fool anybody. And I think he wanted to borrow my sneakers, too. I don't know.
What?
Yeah, I didn't understand that part of the thing. Apparently the hat, like, wasn't a good disguise, but if you put on the sneakers, it was like a totally different person.
Yeah. Well, it's to no surprise that basically freshman year, none of the girls in our hall liked us because we would walk fucked up single file around the whole place.
Well,
So
I don't
they'd
know
be
why we did that.
like that must have looked so stupid.
And we
like,
did that like every weekend. We would get really, really fucked up, and we decided to walk around every floor of the dorm. But for some reason, we were in single file and giggling the entire time, like shuffling along single file.
So if the girls like at the door open, they'd see the first kid go by, probably with a goofy ass grin, fucked up, and then another kid, and then another kid, and
It was like four of us.
They must just have been thinking like, what the fuck is wrong with that?
Well, we were giggling the whole time, so I mean, they probably heard it and looked out the peephole and saw that. That's
A lot of them had their doors open.
Well, that would explain freshman year. There's not a lot of action going on freshman year.
Oh, it's too funny.
Yeah, it was fun. It was worth it.
Not fun when I came back from going home for the weekend and your roommate used fucking Vaseline on my bed.
What?
Yeah, your roommate, Aaron, decided it'd be a swell idea to bang Jess on my bed. And because he said she was dry, fucking, I don't know where the fuck he got Vaseline from. If Josh had it or if he had it, he must have ran down and fucking
I think he borrowed it from Bri. And I think he used like a handful.
Like, I just don't get it. Like, what the fuck?
It's so gross.
Like, why is that even necessary? I just, maybe she doesn't want to do you.
Why didn't he use his own bed?
I have no idea.
That sucks. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it does. I came back and there's like this big fucking dark like spot on the corner of my bed where he was obviously grabbing. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then Josh finally, squeaks out little details. Well, I left Aaron in the room with Jess, so I'm like, oh, that's great. Because he doesn't have because they don't have each their own room. Let's just, she's got a problem, so let's ruin my sheets,
Oh my god. That's some funny shit.
I was pissed.
Well, he ended up getting arrested, so fuck him.
I can't even get laid on my freshman bed, and he does.
Oh, that's some funny shit. Oh well. At least your bed got used.
Yeah, that's true. I fooled around and it just never got laid in it. Unfortunately.
My bed was pristine.
Huh.
Fooled around with that one girl, and everyone was taking pictures and stuff. I was like, what the fuck? There's like 15 people in my room. And so that had to stop. I don't know why there was always like 12 people in my room.
Probably because you guys had like nothing in there and your door was always open.
Yeah, we never locked the door ever. It was probably
It was it was hilarious. The place was usually a fucking mess too.
Yeah, well, people would just come in, like, we'd have 12 people in there. They'd all fucking party and then, like, leave.
That's so funny when you had the porn going.
My roommate puts on a porno and, like, left the door open, and people would just, like, be walking down the hall and, like, see it and, like, come in and watch. And, like, before we know it, there's, like, 30 dudes, like, crammed into the room all watching.
I'm like, someone's getting fucked.
You said that every time a porno went on. You probably still do. You probably say that while you're fucking. Someone's getting fucked.
No.
Tell me you've never done that?
No.
Oh.
Maybe I usually don't watch it with a group of people anymore.
No. You've never said that when you were actually fucking a girl?
No.
For some
Nope,
reason, I
never.
find that hard to believe.
Nope, never said that. I'd probably start laughing.
Someone's getting fucked.
Try to keep a straight face. It'd be like, yeah, someone's getting fucked. You know, I mean, I don't know. If it was like a spring break thing, I could bust up the courage and be like, come on, you little whore. But no.
That's disappointing. Oh well. We got the first Brink of Sanity contest this week. So
Really?
Yeah, it's going on till the end of the month. So it's pretty easy. The prize is a Brink of Sanity shirt, which you can take a look at in the store on brinkofsanityshow.com. And all you got to do is write me a detailed feedback about the show. I want to know like things you like, things you don't like, guest hosts you like, people you want to come back, people you hate, suggestions for bits to do on the show. There's just a bunch of feedback because I'm trying to make the show bigger, get more listeners and stuff, and we've been kind of stagnant for a while now. So suggestions on how to get more listeners and stuff. So once I get at least 5 emails, I'll put all the names into a hat, and I'll pick out one, and that person will get a shirt. So pretty easy, right? Not bad.
Wicked.
And the shirts are nice. People seem happy with them. So email me at j@brinkofsanityshow.com and enter the contest. I'm going to keep that going until the end of the month. And then the first show in October, I will announce the winner, and you will get a shirt of your choice, because there's 3 different color shirts. So that's the deal.
Cool, man.
Yeah. And I would also like if people subscribed on iTunes and wrote a little feedback on iTunes, because that is also how you get featured, which will also make the show much, much bigger. So that is what's going on with the show this month. Exciting shit.
Breasts.
And, if you like Matt, put that in the email. If you fucking hate Matt, put that in the email.
Yep.
I don't
So
see how that's possible, but you know. And
haters.
we don't have any haters on this show because we don't have any listeners.
There's thousands of people wanting to listen and touch my boobs.
Yeah, if anybody wants to rub Matt's nipples so he doesn't have to do it while he's doing the show, he'll be less distracted and, things will run a little smoother. Because Matt has to have his nipples rubbed like at least 12 hours a day.
12 hours a day. I fucking put clothespins on my nips.
Matt likes to chafe them up. I think it's a problem, Matt. I don't know why you have to do that all the time.
No, I know, but I don't do that. But a funny story is at the mansion that you were living in, renting out. We're having a party and we're upstairs, and one of the kids that you worked with was walking up your flight of stairs, and I'm at the head of him, and he's fucked up and doesn't realize that someone's at the head of the stairs, and he's fucking pinching his nips from outside his shirt, and he goes, ooh. And then he sees me, and I could tell, he didn't know I was there, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
That's hilarious.
It was. I laughed. I thought it was funny.
Did you say anything to him?
I just laughed at him. I'm not going to be like, you like that, do you? You know?
I think we're out of time.
Ding, ding, ding.
That went quick.
I don't want to go to work.
I don't want to go to work ever. I guess if I get hired, I'm going to have to go even more. That sucks.
I want to retire.
Yeah, we still got that deal going on with the lotto, right?
Yeah, what's the deal, Jay?
If one of us wins, the other person gets $1 million.
What are we winning so that the other person gets $1 million? What if you only won $1 million?
Oh, well, obviously, obviously not then. If it's only $1 million, then, wipe out the other person's credit card debt or something, something nice.
Yeah, that would be cool.
It has to be proportional to what we win, obviously. I was talking about if we win, lots of millions of dollars.
Absolutely. Everyone wants to be debt-free.
All right. Well, I buy my tickets twice a week, so, I figure...
I just bought a ticket today.
I'm trying really hard to win on Friday, so I'm hoping by Saturday morning to be a millionaire.
I hope so.
Yeah, that's the plan anyway. I'm going to try really, really hard this week. I haven't been trying as hard the last couple of weeks.
I'm sick of having to work.
Yeah, it's sucking the life out of me, really. I mean, I got other shit to do. I don't really have time to be dealing with this whole work bullshit.
Work is not good.
They really think I got nothing else to do? I mean, really.
I'd like to buy, the biggest fucking TV I could and play video games.
Hell yeah.
Like a fucking 73-inch TV. Flat screen. And just whoop everyone's ass in video games. I couldn't believe how good those geeks were in New York at the Smash Brothers tournament. We didn't even make it to the tournament. We entered and then fled.
That was ridiculous. We thought we were really good at Smash Brothers. So I heard of a tournament coming up, so we went. And I had a feeling we were in trouble just, watching the people play. But they let us play a practice round or two. And it did not go so well.
We killed, one guy for the 5 that we lost.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
And not only that, I think the guy would pick his character at random. He wasn't even trying.
Yeah, no, he was just fucking around.
I mean, so God only knows what character he was the best at. He only chose random characters for the practice rounds, and he annihilated everyone. And I thought to myself, you must do nothing but play this game.
No. You know how I knew we were in trouble? We're the only ones who showed up without our own controllers.
Oh, yeah.
That's how I knew we were in trouble. And then, so we went up to the guy who runs the tournament, and my buddy Max is like, listen, we just realized that we're way out of our league here, and we'd like to fold before we even start and get our money back.
Is that what he said?
Yeah. And the guy said, yeah, I figured.
How did he know?
I guess because we didn't come in with controllers, or we didn't look the part or whatever.
We didn't come in with like a Smash Brothers fucking t-shirt on.
Yeah, exactly. We weren't Asian. I don't know.
I only use like a few buttons. These kids are using like every single button in combination possible.
Yeah, they were doing, like, we played that game like hundreds of hours, if not thousands, and like they were doing shit I've never seen in that game. I
don't
should
know.
have known though, because I went to a tournament like a year before that, and I entered, and I ended up playing in the very first round. I ended up playing the guy they were following around on that MTV's True Life show, and I'm just like, oh, fucking come on, the very first round. So I was actually on the show briefly for I think they showed me 2 or 3 times, but it was just me getting my ass kicked by this guy. And I asked him how long he plays, and he said 11 hours a day.
Why? How does he make money?
He enters tournaments and he wins them. He said he made like $40,000 in 1 year playing the game and winning tournaments.
So he's that good, huh?
Yeah, but I'm thinking like he plays 11 hours a day. Like I make more than 40,000 a year, and I work 8 hours a day, so still not good.
11 hours a day.
Yeah, that's a little excessive.
That's crazy.
What's wrong with people, really? Like whatever game is out there, there's somebody who's way, way, way too good at it and just takes all the fun out of it. And,
yeah, especially if you put that much time into it.
Well, that's what every game is. Like, a game comes out, and then somebody's like, on level 99, like the day after it comes out, and it's like, well, it's not really fun playing you, so I don't get what the point is.
Yeah, I don't do that MySpace mobsters as much because I don't have enough people in my mob to do a lot of the missions, so I basically can't do anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Like everyone has like 500 mobsters, and I have like 7. And like basically, if I play, all I do is give people money. I don't know if they have like groups where people are adding each other as friends, or everyone just has like a shitload of fake friends and they add each other on mobsters. I don't know how that works, but
I've got like 4 million in cash, and I was thinking about just buying 4 million in weapons and then seeing if I could beat people up.
no, you can only buy as many weapons as mob members you have. Anything after that doesn't count. So,
What do you mean?
like if you buy a rocket launcher and you have 7 mob members, like only the first 7 rocket launchers you buy count toward the fight.
Oh.
So if you buy 10, like 3 of them aren't going to get used anyway.
That's dumb.
Yep. Which is why like we're losing all the fights, is these people are coming over like 500 rocket launchers.
Haha. Yeah, that's dumb. I don't know. I'm just not gonna do it.
I have like $500 million, and I don't know what to do with it. I just keep buying property because like I can't fight anybody. So that probably means I should stop playing, right?
Yeah, why bother? Especially if you can't be an asshole and just beat people up.
Yeah, no, that only worked on like level 4. I haven't won a fight in like since then. I'm sure this is very, very entertaining for the listeners. MySpace mobsters, we're topical here.
You know how we do it.
Well,
Do it.
So I guess that wraps it up for today's show. Unless you got anything else you want to add.
Have a good night.
You want to plug your stand-up show again?
Sure, I've got a comedy show next Friday, September 26th at 8 o'clock at Weymouth Elks in Massachusetts.
Sweet. Are you going to put that video on YouTube also?
I will.
Sweet. Well, I'll put up the link for that if anybody wants to see that who can't make it to the show. Are you doing new stuff or the same jokes?
Not gonna. I always try to do some new stuff. Gonna try to do that Hillary president thing. I think you may have heard this joke before. I'm doing the. I'm gonna talk about my one night stand with. I'm debating using this one, the one night stand one with where I have a conversation with my junk.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I saw that one.
So I'll probably do that one. I don't know. I gotta look at my joke book thing, but I'll probably bring that one back. Do the best part thing probably at the end. Throw in some new stuff in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good, man.
Yep. I don't know where else to branch out to, but I'll think of it before the time comes.
Excellent. Looking forward to seeing it. All right. Well, thanks everyone for listening. Enter the contest, win a shirt, or don't enter the contest and buy a shirt, or do both. It all works. Click on the ad on the front page because that helps fund the show, and then I can get better equipment and all that shit. So brinkofsanityshow.com. Subscribe on iTunes. Dig us on Dig. Vote on Podcast Alley. You know, the usual shit. And I'll be back next week. I believe I have another new guest host coming in. Like the fucking 14th guest host I've had. This is ridiculous. I think I need a regular co-host. Fucking it's stressful getting a new guest host every week. Can't take it anymore. So I guess you could add that in your feedback if there's somebody you want as a regular co-host or something. Yeah. All right. So thanks again for coming, Matt.
It's been fun.
Okay, that was loud. And thanks for listening, guys. I'll see you next week.
Later.
Bye.